A little over a week ago, I uploaded a video where I did a time trial comparing the Niner MCR 9 and the Niner RLT 9. And in that video, I said that there are so many situations that you could do a time trial on, different surfaces, lengths, all that. So in that video, I rode the typical gravel roads that I am on most of the time in my area. But I also want to do a time trial comparing these bikes on rougher stuff. So I'm going to go out on some double track today that's pretty just lumpy. It's grassy. There's some roots on some sections. There's a decent climb on it, and then there's a descent at the end. And the loop that I'm going to do today is going to take, I'm thinking, between 7 and 9 minutes. So I'm going to start off on the RLT 9, and then I'm going to go back and grab the MCR 9 and repeat the loop. And I'm going to talk about the times and then kind of just how the bikes feel on the type of terrain that I'll be riding on today, which again is a little bit lumpier and bumpier than a typical gravel road. All right, time trial number 1 on the RLT 9. Ready? Go. Just some grassy roads in the beginning here. A couple minutes and then we'll go into the climb. Now we're getting bumpier. A lot bumpier. Starting the climb. This part isn't too bad, but we're coming up on a section that's pretty bumpy. All right, as I turn in up here. Just trying to keep the power down. A lot of divots right here. Starting the downhill. Hard to pedal on this RLT on the downhill because of the divots. Sharp left. I watch it on these leaves. Nine minutes and 28 seconds on the RLT. I'll go back and get the MCR and repeat the fun. All right. Time trial number 2 on the MCR 9. Here we go. before I get out of breath, I'll say that the riding position on both of these bikes feels almost identical. Same length stem, top tube, saddle height, all that. All right, so like I said, on the RLT9 I had a 928. On the MCR I had a 929. So pretty much the same time. That could be, I stopped the stopwatch a second later. So, you know, when I did this on the dirt roads, the RLT was faster. Not a lot faster, but enough that it would make a difference over a long ride. So I think it's fair to say that the rougher the terrain, the less of a difference you're going to have between the bikes. And when it gets really rough, I think the MCR is going to be faster. So some of the fire roads way in the back here are chewed up from the horses and hogs, and it's really rough, and I know that the MCR9 would be faster. One thing that's worth considering is if your time trial is like 2 or 3 hours over gravel roads, you know, I think you may fatigue faster on the standard gravel bike, whereas on the MCR9 I think you're going to be fresher. So maybe like the last part of a time trial you're going to be faster on the MCR9. So the bottom line is I still think if gravel racing and riding in really fast groups is your priority, then a standard gravel bike is going to be the way to go. When I do my full review of the MCR9, I'm going to talk about the different kind of riders that I think would benefit from the MCR9. But just like I've said before, if comfort takes priority over speed, you can't beat the Niner MCR9. One thing that I do want to mention though is I feel like I was pushing harder on the MCR9. I felt like I was riding slower, and I felt like I had to push harder. Maybe I was riding a tad slower, but it's just so smooth that you don't feel like you're going as fast. I do feel like I was slower on the climb, and then I feel like I was faster on the descent on the MCR9. That's pretty much to be expected. So I also felt a lot more in control on that little descent that had some lumps and bumps in it. I felt like I could just relax a little bit more, and the tires were staying glued. So, you know, if you ride in the mountains on rough fire roads and you're just sketched out on a standard gravel bike, I would give a hard look at the Niner MCR9. So that'll wrap it up for today's video. I will do my final review shortly. I'll probably post that in the next week or maybe even less. So check out that one, because I'm going to give a start to finish review on the MCR9. Again, like I said, talk about who I think would benefit from buying that bike. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.